would say the approach is the same every game. Our coaches have been trying to get us prepared for conference play. Like even when we play teams that we know aren't as good as a team like Notre Dame, they still want us to act like we're playing like a Notre Dame and get prepared the same way and compete the same way. And so we've been getting prepared for that. And the mindset is the same to go out there and to play our game and play harder than them, have more fun than them, and talk more to them, and execute the things we want to execute and get the job done.
Even during the non-conference portion of the schedule, Mike, I mean, for you all as players, how much do you sort of pay attention to or keep an eye on what other teams in the conference are doing and, sort of evaluate how good these opponents might be?
Well, I don't know like what guys may do when they go home, but I personally don't really pay attention to nobody else. If it ain't my team, then it doesn't really matter to me. I mean, if it's on TV and I catch a glimpse of it, I may watch it a little bit here and there, but not like looking to watch a team to see what they can or can't do. Just kind of worry about that when it comes time to watch film.
How much do you feel like the team has sort of gotten a better grasp of what Coach Stallings is trying to get you to do over the non-conference games?
It's just about, I think we definitely know what he wants us to do and what he wants us to accomplish. It's just about us creating those habits to be able to go out there and execute what he wants us to execute. And I think that's what we've gotten better at, is creating those habits of, being able to trying to buckle down on defense for the majority of a game and rebound better and be more aggressive and things like that. So it's just about us creating those habits that'll allow us to execute the things he wants us to execute.
Your conference schedule is pretty tough because of your home and home opponents. And, you know who you have to play twice and all that other stuff. Coach Stallings was talking about how you guys seem to embrace those kinds of challenges and the competitiveness of your team, your senior class. I mean, is there that sense you're going through this your last time? Is there even a little bit more urgency or whatever you want to call it among you guys to, let's get it right this time?
Yeah, for sure. Last year you want to get it right for sure, but with the schedule being what it is, I think I know this is the toughest conference schedule that I've had since I've been here. With the home teams, with the way it's set up, like any other years, no night off. So, with this being my last year, you want to make sure you get as many wins as possible and have as good a year as possible. So, I mean, they picked us 12th. I think we're better than that, and it's, more than anything, it's time to show that we're better than that.
Like, Justice has really earned more playing time, especially the last couple of games, the way he's played. How does it change the dynamic of, especially offensively, having him out there with you and Jamel? I mean, how does it change it instead of Jamel being, the point guard?
It gives us another ball handler. It gives us somebody who can create off the dribble and get in the lane and draw people in. It gives us a guy who brings a different pace to the team, and it kind of brings more of an up tempo beat. Like the first game he starts, the first game he plays a lot, we just put up 100-some points. So that should tell you something. But just with him being out there, it kind of gives us that point guard, that real point guard feel. And not to say Jamel's doing a great job, because he's doing a great job, but Justice is smaller, he is quicker, so he's more able to get into the lane more and draw the defense in and be able to kick out to other guys. I think he had 8 assists and 1 turnover, so he's able to do things like that Jamel may not be as good at.
I think early in the year when everybody found out that Jamel was going to be the point guard, they thought, well, that probably won't be able to be. He might not be able to do it against some ACC teams based on their smaller guards or really talented point guards. I mean, what do you think? I mean, can Jamel run the point and play offensively and defensively against some of these teams?
I mean, if you're asking me, can he play how he's been playing? Yeah. I'm pretty sure he can continue to play how he's been playing, no matter who he goes up against. I mean, he's been here for 4 years. He knows what the ACC is like. He knows that you can't have a night off, and to continue to do what he's been doing, yes, he can go out there and do that against anybody in this conference or any other conference.
How much better is your team 13 games in than you were at the start?
I think we've gotten better. I think we're we're more coachable now. I think that we have a better understanding of how hard we have to play. But I also think that we have a lot of guys who don't know what the ACC is like. I mean, we have 4 or so guys that played a good amount of minutes, I would say. I don't think Cam and Ryan got a full grasp of what it's like night in and night out. You have to come ready to play. So we got about 4 guys that really know what it's like. So with that being said, we play about 9, 10. So we're looking at 5 or 6 guys who don't know what it's like. So I think that once we get into conference play, those other guys will get an understanding of how hard you got to play, how hard you gotta compete, and it's different than non-conference, and it's different than anything else. So I just think that we've made some progress, but I think playing a few games, it will let this team know that, all right, we made progress, but we're not where we want to be.
You talk about how the schedule's set up. You know, your first 2 games couldn't be against 2 completely different kinds of
Yeah.
opponents. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The turnaround is not that great. Is that what makes being in the ACC difficult? You got 15 teams that play completely different, and a lot of times you do this Saturday, Tuesday, or Saturday, sometimes even I think Saturday, Monday, or whatever. The turnaround isn't that great, and teams, there's a lot of different contrasting styles, like your first 2 opponents.
Yeah, it's like, man, it's crazy when you look at it. You got a Notre Dame team who, over the years has been a team who spreads you out. They can really shoot the ball, drive and kick, up tempo, like to score a lot of points, and can really get after you offensively. Then you turn around and you play Virginia, who slows the game down, grinds you out, and really gets after you defensively. And then you turn around and you got to go on the road against Syracuse, and you got to go against a team who plays zone the whole game in their building, which is one of the toughest places to play. Then you turn around and then you play Louisville at Louisville, and they're pressing you the whole game and really trying to make the game as ugly and as scrappy as possible. So when you start the ACC off with 4 games like that, that should let you know it's the toughest conference to play in, and you got to come ready to play every night.
Is there a bit of comfort or familiarity that you can sit here and say oh yeah, Notre Dame, I know what they're all about. Virginia, I know what they're all about. Having done this a few years, in fact, that for the most part the conference is pretty stable, and that a lot of these coaches you've seen for the 4th time. You kind of have been there, done that.
Yeah, it helps a lot, especially when I'm trying to get my team ready for the game, and talking to my team and letting them know what it's going to be like, and getting them mentally wrapped around what we have to accomplish to beat our next opponent. And just, for myself, just knowing what I have to do to lead my team, whether it's more defense and offense this night, or more offense and defense, or both, or talking more, or leading by example, whatever the case may be that night, whatever I need to give to my team for us to win. But just having that experience and knowing what needs to happen is a whole lot better than not having it at all.
When you're talking about that sort of education process, Mike, about trying to sort of let guys know about the ACC and what comes with it, and how difficult it can be, what do you guys tell those younger, more inexperienced guys about the conference, about what they might be about to face?
Whenever the Marshall game ended, we was in the locker room, you getting dressed and things like that, and come to practice the next day, you just tell them, little boy ball's over. The playing the Marshalls and the Omahas and the Gardner-Webbs, and that's over with. Every time you step on that court from this point out, you're going to be playing somebody who's somebody. You're going to be playing a team who could beat you by 30 if you don't come ready to play. So every night you got to come ready to play. Ain't no soreness. I don't feel like playing today. I'm not up for it. Or I had a bad game. None of that is excuse. You got to come ready to play. It's no excuses. If you're not ready to play, you will get your butt handed to you that night.